And minutes away, an award-winning actor is here live. We're joined by David Oyelowo on set here.
We know the fire waits.
Let's be honest, far too big and prestigious to be on this show. A celebrated actor, director. We really are. Entertaining audiences around the globe, also using his talents for a very good cause around the world. Here to tell us about it, I can't even believe we're in the same frame. This is fantastic. David Oyelowo. Before we begin, David, we always do this. We have spied on your social media.
Okay.
And here's a lovely photo. 25 years of marriage?
Oh, yes.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Wow.
How does one pull that off?
Oh, gosh, a lot of communication. Stay in the gym, keep it sexy.
Oh, there you go.
I like it, David.
Very good. That's good. That's
Stay in the
gym and keep it sexy.
You've been asked that question before, because
Maybe.
Right.
Rolled off the tongue a little bit.
It certainly did. With the ongoing actor strike, we can't tell you how much we loved this performance or raved about this, but we can talk about the strike and having been on the picket line. What's your sense?
Well, gosh, I think everyone's hopeful that it will be over soon. I'm incredibly proud of what the writers achieved and really hopeful about what the negotiators for SAG-AFTRA are going to achieve. It's time for fairness to creep into the equation here. Our business has definitely changed, and you know, how people get remunerated needs to catch up.
There we go. I love the word remuneration. You're precisely...
I love remuneration.
Remuneration in any form. Have you found it to be, because people I think are impressed with the unity demonstrated by the writers, demonstrated by the actors.
Yeah.
Is going on the line a unifying act?
Well, telling stories at its best. You know, I come out of theatre in the UK. It's a collaborative endeavour. You are in service of the story and therefore the audience. So artists coming together for a common cause is not something unusual. It's when the money factor comes in, and especially when it becomes about big business tied to studios and streamers, that it can get a bit contentious. But what is happening on the ground is not surprising to me, because it's what we do day in, day out. That's how we create these stories.
Very well said. All right, to Nigeria. You have done some remarkable work there. Your leadership scholarship for girls in Nigeria. What prompted you to decide to do that?
About 7, 8 years ago, people will remember the Bring Back Our Girls campaign, the Chibok girls in Nigeria being kidnapped, and that was something that went around the world. But I knew that that would fall out of the news cycle eventually, and so the question was, what can we do to make sure that these girls who are being marginalized, who are being terrorized, can feel supported? One of the things that was being attacked was their ability to be educated, and so we established the scholarship in order to both make a statement and to service those girls, especially those who were incredibly talented, who were worthy of that opportunity, but there was no way they were going to be afforded it. And so we started with about 7 girls. We now got up to 45 girls, and we're hoping to get into the hundreds and then thousands eventually.
I imagine you have been in communication with those who have directly helped what has been their story?
Well, gosh, the stories have been really, really difficult. I mean, you're talking about girls who've seen their parents murdered before their own eyes. They've dealt with sexual violence. They've dealt with, you know, I love Nigeria. I love being Nigerian, but it's a patriarchal society that is apt to marginalize young girls. And what really inspired me to do this was going to South Africa, seeing Oprah Winfrey's Leadership Academy there, and it just felt like an incubator for greatness. And, you know, 1 in 4 Africans is Nigerian. To have girls educated is the way to end world poverty. There have been studies shown that that's the way to do it. So this is a drop in the ocean of doing that. And we now have girls who have cycled out of our program and are going back and educating other girls. And that's how you know it's working.
Is the standard operating procedure for women and girls to not be educated formally at all?
No, not at all. But there are regions that is definitely the case. And overall, I truly believe the way that this world is going to find a way back to some kind of equilibrium when it comes to peace, when it comes to functionality, is when more women are leading. I think there is design in, you know, men having a certain disposition, women having a certain disposition. I think there'll be less wars if there were more female leaders. And so that's why it's a leadership scholarship. We need more female leaders, I think.
What do some of these young women say they want to be and do when they grow up?
They want to be politicians, they want to be lawyers, they want to be doctors. Some of them want to be actors now, which is my fault.
Do you encourage that?
Of course, because it wasn't encouraged for me when I was growing up. My parents loved me and were wonderful, but they had real anxiety about me going into such a difficult profession. But you cannot be what you cannot see, is the reality. And these girls are now seeing examples of success in these professions that I just talked about. And, you know, we're trying to provide a path for them to be able to achieve that.
You cannot be what you cannot see. Let's put up some information on the screen if you want to participate and be involved in the very, very good work that David is doing. We don't have that graphic. Oh, well, then I made it up. It is the GeneCo Foundation?
Yeah, geneco.org is the place to go to find out more about it. GEANCO. And yeah, that's how you find it.
It's on the screen under David there, the geneco.org. We'll put that up on our website, KTLA.com. Sir, what a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Really illuminating. We're going to take a quick break here on this Thursday. Back with more in just a minute.